I'm Brewer Stratton with Stratton Vantage Property Management right here in the Phoenix area. If you're a new landlord or thinking about renting out a property for the first time, I want to share some of the most common mistakes I see landlords make and hopefully help you avoid making them. One of the biggest mistakes I see is setting the rent price either too high or too low. Right now it's a competitive rental market, and pricing the home even $50 a month too high can result in very few to zero inquiries from prospective tenants. I know that $50 may not seem like much, but it adds up fast in vacancy time. I've seen an increase in landlords who originally purchased the property as a short-term rental. Back when the demand in that market was high, the numbers penciled out. But that market has slowed, and many cities and HOAs have cracked down with new rules and regulations. So I've seen an uptick with owners that are converting those short-term rentals into long-term rentals. In some cases, the market rent is less than what their mortgage payment is. So they're trying to rent the home for more than what it will actually rent for to cover that gap. I get it, no one wants to lose money, but every day that the home sits vacant is costing more than they realize, and they may never end up making up the difference in rent. In those cases, getting a strong qualified tenant quickly at a realistic rental rate is a lot better. It helps stop the bleeding and it'll stabilize the investment. Another common mistake I see is skipping proper tenant screening. Some landlords rent to someone that they know or trust, maybe a friend of a friend, and they don't run background checks or even sign a lease agreement. This can lead to serious problems down the road. Having a valid written lease in place, including terms that are in line with your state and local laws, is one of the most important protections a landlord has. It clearly outlines responsibilities, expectations, rental terms, and what happens if something goes wrong. Thorough tenant screening isn't just about running a credit report. It's about verifying income, employment, criminal background, and contacting real rental references. These are things that give you the best chance of finding a tenant who will pay on time and take care of the property so that you can have minimal risk and peace of mind. For the sake of time, the last one I want to point out in this video that I think is important is prepping the home for a new tenant. I've walked through countless rental properties that just scream bare minimum landlord special. Walls are scuffed, yards overgrown, dirty vents, burnt out light bulbs, dusty floors, it smells. It doesn't take a lot to make a rental property feel clean, welcoming, and cared for, and it matters in this market, especially right now. You don't have to overspend, just take the time to do it right. Minor updating, touch up paint, working smoke detectors, clean flooring, it goes a long way. It sets the tone for the kind of tenant that you want to attract. So to recap, set the rent price carefully and pay close attention to activity. Don't skip over tenant screening and lease signing, and don't cut corners on prep work. Avoiding those things will help you start off on the right foot, and it'll set you up for long-term success. If you found this helpful, consider subscribing. I post regular videos to help landlords and property owners stay informed and avoid common pitfalls. If you're wondering what your property would rent for, click the link below in the description and we'd be happy to provide you with a free rental analysis on your property. Thanks for watching.